Welcome, everybody, to another edition of False Nine. I am your host, Byron. I am here with the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Mr. Mark. How are you today?
What's up, man? I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. Happy since the result of yesterday, uh, but not gonna lie, it was a little rough there for a second, but uh, got things done. Um, all right, jump right into it. Um, big, big weekend. Um, just make sure here. Big weekend. We had Saturday a game against DC United.
hmm
Um, Mascherano finally does what everyone's been asking for and rotates the squad. So tell us what you thought about that game. How intentional do you think that was, and did you think that it paid any dividends against the team from up north?
no, I just think it was what he was gonna do. I didn't expect a lot of those players to play, but we saw different players come into the rotation. Like you said, he finally did it, and it was something that the squad needed because we all know all eyes were on Wednesday night against Orlando. So the DC United game really didn't mean much. But you expected them to go out and win. But with that type of lineup, it was very hard to do so. Players playing in positions that, like Allende and Fafa playing as two strikers just doesn't work. Um, I don't anything else is does really doesn't matter. Um, but it was nice to see Baltasar come in. Obviously, he scores that banger of a goal.
Mm-hmm.
We end up getting the draw, and then obviously everything all eyes lead to yesterday evening.
Last night, um, kind of, at least for most of the day, there was doubt a little bit that Messi might not play. Um, Messi himself, after the game, said, "I was playing scared, but I needed to be out there." Um, your thoughts on if there was any possibility of Messi missing that game, short of him being kidnapped before getting to the stadium?
No, I think he was gonna play at if he was 85, 80% or better, he was gonna try to give it a go and play. But he said he felt something in the LA Galaxy game. Felt a little uncomfortable. Didn't obviously did not play in the DC United game. Um, and we see now, he was able to play the whole game, start it. But he did start off slow, as you mentioned.
What What did you see? Well, okay. First of all, what did you think of that back line when the lineup
Was
came out?
announced. The only part that I didn't like was Luhan starting. But I guess we kind of get accustomed to that. Because in the big games, he'll be a mainstay. I'll expect the same. I probably expect the same lineup on Sunday. To be fair, this is
Who
who Mascherano trusts.
Who would you have
He's
replaced him with?
probably just played Noah Allen as a left center back and Falcone as a right center back.
Okay.
Um, I don't think you're gonna put Toto Aviles back there. So and you have no other center backs, and you're definitely gonna put Ryan Saylor back there. So the only other choice is Noah Allen. But the lineup came out. Happy that Ian Frey got the start. Um, then you move into the midfield and you see some changes with Segovia out and Allende out in place of Yannick Bright and Baltasar Rodriguez, and I was kind of excited.
What I was
Um,
going to say, what did you think about Baltasar taking Allende's place, given how hard it
he's
has been for Allende lately?
he is aside from Messi the most technically like he's just technically gifted. He's really good with the ball at his feet and taking out defenders and finding a quick pass or linking play or just taking a player one on one. Um, I think he's really, really good at that. He's going to continue to get better. And he showed it in the 60 minutes that he played. Um, I felt he was our best attacker in that first half. Probably our best player that first half because aside from him, there was really no one else that did anything in that midfield. And then you move up to the front two, you see Messi and Suarez come back. Messi comes back into the lineup. So
In what I would say was a
lackluster,
lackluster first half.
lackluster. Like I mean,
Yes, first half. Um, a bright spot was Yannick Bright. He was biting anyone and
it
everyone
was. But
all over
as
the
you
place.
said, we were on the back foot the entire game. And we were quite lucky that me and my friend noticed as we were watching the game. Um, Marco Pasalic would switch the ball all the way to Angulo almost every time he had it, and he leaves Ian Frey one on one, and Ian Frey can handle it one on one. But if Oscar Pareja had any sense of game tactic or tactical adjustment, he would have brought his left back to overlap and caused a 2-on-1 for Ian Frey, and then caused mayhem to our back line. Because that switch was on every single time he played it. There was not a single time that we intercepted it. Maybe one time. And those are the things that with Inter Miami, you have to adjust in the game on the fly. In that first half, you're constantly getting beat on that big switch. You're constantly getting beat, through the middle with Muriel dropping in and trying to find Ojeda and trying to find passage making runs into the middle. And then it bit us. Muriel plays a
Well,
ball, Falcon missteps, is not able to recover quick enough, kicks it into Pasalic. There's shouts for handball. I thought it was a handball to bring it down. VAR, I really don't, VAR is just VAR at this point. Anywhere you put it in the world, there's going to be people for it, people against it. It's never going to be a one-sided thing. And he's able to, slot the ball in.
what I want. So me and you in real time spoke about a play in the game. Um, Given the the lack of pace on our back line, Sons, Ian Frey, and you know what? I'll say this: Jordi Alba, for whatever his age is, he still got a motor. He's still got some pace to him, but nobody else on that back line had any pace, and Busquets he just doesn't have that kind of leg anymore. But give me give me the take you gave me on that breakaway, where of all people, Baltasar Rodriguez and Ian Frey are absolutely chasing. I don't even remember who the player
Oh,
was for Orlando, but
oh,
by himself,
Angulo,
there's not a
and he
single
misses.
defender.
He misses the one-on-one.
Yes, but there's not a single defender
It,
in in the
I
shot.
know. It's our fancy corners and bullshit. You see, it's Mascherano. He doesn't like what I said.
Exactly, that's
Um,
what it was. I need to
it's the
decline.
fancy corners. When you start doing the call the guy short, then call the second guy, then try to whip the ball, and you mess up, and there's a counter going, you're gonna get beat, and that's exactly what happened. Just whip the. This is what I sent you, and I put it out there. Can you just take a normal corner? Like, why are we trying
Yes,
to get fancy with it? Like, and then aside from that, it doesn't help that Rodrigo de Paul was absolutely having probably the worst game I've ever seen him play in that first half.
I feel
And
like he was more concerned about
no, he
catching
couldn't.
fouls and throwing himself, and
He couldn't link a pass. He couldn't hit. Nothing. And Messi took took two restarted free kicks and sent them to no one. We just kept giving the ball back to Orlando and Orlando and Orlando. It doesn't make it. It doesn't help.
so yeah, I remember talking about that play, and then for some reason or another, I make the mistake of going on Twitter at halftime, and people are talking about, we had our chances, and I understand being positive, but can we be honest about performances and hold
I
this
was
team
honest.
accountable
I
when
I
they
I
play
I,
well and when they play like shit?
I was honest. Someone responded. Someone said, "I'll read it to you. Where is it? I'm gonna find it right here on my
But
one
yeah,
of
we,
them."
we we definitely played not
Yep.
a
Let me
terrible,
hear.
but
A very another podcast in the Messi in excuse me in the Inter Miami, the Messi and Company, Messi and Co podcast on Twitter and stuff like that. They quote, I'm quoting them, halftime, 44-minute Orlando scores in the dying moments of the first half and lead 1-0. They checked for a handball, but the goal stands. Expect a strong start from Inter Miami. And a very intense second half. They played well, just haven't found the net. The chances will come. That's my response to that was, we have not played well. What half did you just watch? Wasteful in possession, overrun in the midfield, giving the ball back to Orlando freely, wasting restart free kicks. I can go on. I mean,
quote Sean
it's
here.
very anyone who watched that game, there's your two eyes tell you we should have been down 2-0.
No,
We should have.
it was it was.
We played on the
I
back foot
feel like
the
we
entire
played
time.
into their hands. Like
We didn't
everything that,
play. I mean, we didn't do it. We just kept giving the ball away. It's just like
but
I said
that's
multiple times. I
but
mean,
that's what Orlando
forgot,
City.
but Falcon did it when they scored. He gave the ball like, dude, just relax. He literally tried to play Yannick Bright out of pressure, and he hit it too far, and Muriel is there to intercept it.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Where we Orlando City is fast paced, fast break, pressure us, force us into mistakes. That's exactly what they did. And what did we do? We played right into their hands.
They're more physical in the midfield.
Yes, I noticed that as well, where Frey and Alba were playing like forwards, and then for some reason, Falcon and Lujan are out wide, and Busquets is in the middle. I did not understand that, given
It
that
doesn't
Busquets
make any
is the
sense.
best ball server on this team. Period. So good eye and good point on good point you're making, Jordan. But no, it's right into Orlando's hands, turning the ball over, giving them chances because that's what they want to do. They want to get it into space, use their speed, and just exploit the deficiencies our backline has.
No, you know, I was more pissed about turning them like not being able to hold on to the ball and just keep possession for a little bit.
That's when this team is at its best.
Like I mean, if we argued as good as if we played as good as we argued, we win every game 4-0.
Well, who leads the charge there?
Suarez.
100%. That like he should be a lawyer when he retires. Well, yes, we'll get to that now. Um, there were some calls, questionable calls, um, to say the least. There was a lot to be desired from the referee, but I feel that at
Well,
the end it kind of evened out. Um, there was a polarizing play, which we'll get to in a little bit. But tell us what you saw overall in the second half of that game.
well, to start the second half, um, we changed, I don't know, mentality. Um, Busquets was in between the lines, in between the midfielders, and turning and trying to find a line breaking pass, and that's where he's the best at. And we were able to start getting momentum going forward and trying to find things offensively. Um, and then that whole second half is muddled by the ref controversy and all that stuff. So it takes away from the positive that Inter Miami, brought the positivity that they brought in the second half, and being able to just push Orlando back and back and back, um, and really suffocate them at times, and really not allow them to break out of their own half and just force them to clear the ball. We saw Messi get more involved. Um, Suarez is getting more involved. Baltasar was getting more involved.
I feel
So
like Messi pushed it there at the end, sensing the team needing a little something.
yeah. So then that whole play of Angulo and Sergio Busquets, it's a foot race, and Busquets is never gonna beat him for pace, so he's just trying to hold off. Angulo cuts inside. Busquets sticks his leg out. The touch is wide, away from goal. Angulo falls. The ref says play on. It's checked for a pen and not given. And then Tadeo Allende is the first sub off the bench.
Yes, surprisingly, something I wanted. What were you thinking when Allende came on?
They were going to go more. The vertical threat was just going to be the whole game plan. They're going to play him over the top or play him next to Suarez. And he really played on the left side and let Messi operate on the right side. So, but I think a lot of credit goes to Jordi Alba for serving that ball, and Allende, you know, I saw him being held right before he left the ground to go head it. The referee calls a pen on the field. It's checked. Second yellow for Berkelau, and he's sent off. And then the man steps up and takes a pen. Galesi takes he guesses the right way, but Messi puts it side netting and away from the keeper, and it's 1-1. So a lot of credit goes to Allende for coming on and providing a certain spark for this team.
So down 1-0. Messi gets the PK on the Allende header.
Mm-hmm.
Ties it 1-1.
They're down a man now.
Down a man because I forget the guy's
got
name.
sent off.
He had a yellow before,
mm-hmm.
which I'll say this: the first yellow was complete bullshit. Complete bullshit. If I remember correctly, he kind of reaches back, feels Rodrigo de Paul on the chest. Rodrigo de Paul falls, acts as if a sniper shot him in the face. But
it's like I tell people, we have the two best shithousers in the league on our team. If they're going to get us an advantage, might as well do it. You might as well do it.
The Frey one was also terrible. Yes, I agree.
I just find it funny that the refs, fall for it and all that stuff. So, whatever.
But then, I said this to you when I saw the play, and I'll say it again. I have never witnessed two players play off of each other so well than Alba and Messi. It's disgusting how well they just do things without. It's almost muscle memory without thinking.
Messi and Dani Alves did that. Messi and Luis Suarez at Barca were just they were incredible.
Yes.
There's a lot of players a lot of duo of players that have played extremely or just been doing it for me. Just do it and know when. But yeah, the time that they've played together certainly shows in big moments and in moments of brilliance, and that's what they did yesterday in such a tight space.
Yes,
how you're able to play. There are about four people around those two, and Messi brings the ball down, takes one dribble onto the foot to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba, without thinking, just taps it in front of him. Messi continues his movement, picks up his head and puts it far post, and Inter Miami are up 2-1, and that's one of the a great goal by those two. But something that Jordan actually said to me yesterday, which I agree with 100%. Messi's most dangerous after he passes the ball because he's always moving. He never stops. A lot of players tend to stop. Messi never stops. So he passes, and we see it all the time. He passes the ball out wide to Jordi Alba. He takes 2-3 runs into the middle, stops, comes back for the cutback, or goes far post. He's that good that you always have to have a man on him. But you're never going to because you don't know where he's going to go.
Now, do you know who has taken to that point of yours? Someone that has done the same thing. It says Messi yesterday was the first time Messi did to the left. So a point before I want to make up one point before I make the point I was originally going to make.
Mhm.
Yesterday last night was the first time in a while that I've seen Messi visibly upset at someone. Now he can get frustrated, whatever.
Oh, buddy. Maxi Falcon?
Yeah, I haven't seen Messi for the first time
Yeah. I mean,
when Luis
I was
Suarez
upset.
in that moment.
What are you doing there? Why are you there? And check your shoulder, scan, turn your head once. I mean,
Yes, he got so mad.
I'm telling you right now, if Messi's able to hit that, it's 1-1.
Yeah, he was so mad,
I
so
mean,
mad.
rightfully so. I
so,
was mad too, rightfully so.
so to Messi's point about always moving, there's someone else on this team that has kind of taken that aspect of Messi's game and really duplicated it. And it's the author of the third goal. Um, Velasco Segovia has put himself in a lot of good positions because of that same thing where he doesn't stop. Yesterday was another example. And I've been very critical of Suarez for not being able to produce in moments I feel he should have or wasting opportunities.
Mhm.
But yesterday, Suarez drifts from, if I'm staring at the goal, from right to left
Mhm.
towards Telasco.
Mhm.
And Suarez visibly and forcefully asks for the ball from Telasco.
Mhm.
Now, when I saw that in my head, I said, "Oh no, he's going to fuck this up."
Mhm.
Telasco gives him the ball. Telasco does not stop, and I'll give Suarez his flowers. Real team play, real no, a very low ego play, gives it right back, and Telasco's out in front, chips the goalie, 3-1 Inter Miami. Um, and I told you I've been very critical of him, but what a magnificent play yesterday. And I,
I mean,
gotta give him his credit
it,
where credit is due.
it
What'd you think of the play?
no, it was a great play by both of them, honestly, and I think both of them do tend to play pretty well off each other.
Mm-hmm.
They've built some sort of chemistry that you can see during the games
There's a
and
trust
stuff
there.
like that. Yeah. But look, I don't sugarcoat it. I'll be critical of people when they're critical. Messi was not good in the first half, brilliant
Mm-hmm.
the second half. Just like I'll be critical of the team, I'll be critical of Suarez, I'll be critical of whoever you want. I mean, I'm not. This is not.
This isn't bashing
Me.
and this isn't pandering.
I'm just.
We're trying to be
I'm
as objective as
being.
possible.
Yeah. I'm not. I call it how I see it. It's very simple. And if you don't agree with me, you don't agree with me. That's fine. I mean, I'm never gonna. No one's ever gonna agree eye to eye on anything, on everything and anything. Um, except that Drake Counter's the best goalkeeper we had, and then we let him go. But that's a story for another day. Because did you see how many passes Ustadi played? It was amazing, right? You kept count.
What do you mean?
Awesome.
I pulled out my abacus and I couldn't keep
He
track.
did have he did have a good near post save. I'll give him that. He did. Had a good near post save.
Finally, it was against Muriel
Here's
as
the
well,
thing.
right?
Here's the thing. If he goes low shot between his legs, it's a goal.
Yes, I
He
saw
went
it. Yes,
he went up and was able to give Ustadi, time to react up there. But
he
if
he
he goes
he
low,
parried it.
goal.
He parried
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was out for a corner. But as you
Yes.
said, Inter Miami advanced, beating the in-state rivals and where it matters most. Again, in the League's Cup, um, Purple Rain is the tears of the Orlando fans. I just love it. Um, and then they all bitch and moan about everything and anything that they want. Rig this, rig that. Bro, play the game. You missed a one-on-one chance. You could have been up 2-0 in the first half. Pretty much maybe kill the game. early and tried not to give Inter Miami life, but you left it open, and then you got bit, and that's what happens.
Okay. Who is their opponent on Sunday?
Seattle.
Okay. Pirate of the Caribbean up front, Sir Johnny Depp. The two Roldan brothers. Um, who are the key fixtures Inter Miami needs to A, control, and B, go after in this matchup on Sunday?
I mean, well, first of all, Jesus Ferreira does not play.
Yesterday?
Oh yeah, I lied. Sorry, there he is.
Yes,
But he's
he
playing.
did. He had
I lost him. I lost him for a second. Sorry. He's playing as like a
he's playing
as a
the
10.
position.
As a 10. He's
Yeah,
playing
he's
almost like as a
playing
10.
Messi's position.
It's gonna be in Lumen Field, which is where the Seahawks play. Um, big crowd because Seattle is one of the hotbeds for soccer in this country.
Yes.
But De La Vega is one of them. Ferreira is probably another one, and then De Rosario are
Yes.
other guys.
Although De Rosario absolutely ate a fat burger of a gimme yesterday.
But he ended up scoring. He ended up scoring.
I know, but Ferreira fed him for a.
Se la
Me and you
comió.
could have scored that. Me and you could have scored it, and he ate it.
So
125 a seat. That's good price, man. In terms of like, that's pricey. That's a good profit number right there.
it's gonna. I mean, when was the last time we played Seattle?
Jesus, I don't remember. It was a couple seasons back that I remember.
I don't remember when the last time we played them, to be honest. Probably played them over there.
Yes.
But it's gonna be a good game. I hope we get the same starting lineup. Or if we tinker it with bringing back Segovia, and yeah, that's right. That's what I was thinking. That we'd only play them once. Yeah, I know. I don't think we've ever played them here. I'm pretty sure it's been over there. And it was when Higuain and Pizarro were here.
Yes,
I'm
and
pretty sure.
Siggy was still their coach?
No, Siggy Smith was never there. It was not their coach.
Who was their famous my God, who was their famous coach? Are you sure?
But whatever. This guy's been their coach forever, bro. Schmetzer since 2016.
Yes. No, but he had a predecessor.
Nope. Since 2016, it's been him. You try to find it.
Yeah, 2016. Let's see. And Schmetzer. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You are right.
It's gonna be an interesting game. You really got to worry about De La Vega on the left. He can be a problem, and I'm hoping Ian Frey gets that start. I really don't want to see Jello back there.
Do you want to see Noah?
Where?
Noah Allen in the back for Lujan?
I would, but it's not going to happen. We already know who this guy trusts. And it's not going to change.
Okay. So, your what you think will happen?
Right.
3 points?
You don't get 3 points from this. You get a trophy. You get a trophy. Okay?
Get a trophy. Okay.
No, you get a trophy if you win. There's no 3 points, Byron.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Do you think they'll win?
Yeah, win. Yeah, I do. I don't know why, but I think they'll win.
Sorry, I got distracted by the goodies that are coming up.
What goodies?
Yes. You worry about yourself. You drive. You worry about yourself. Okay.
I mean, if it's the only trophy we're gonna win, then might as well try to win it.
Well,
The
okay.
MLS is gonna be
Great.
harder.
Hold on. Yes, that's. See, I love it. This right here, Mark. I'm gonna
Yes, I know.
call
I
your.
don't like. I
I'm gonna
know. I
call
don't
your
care
ass
about
out
it. Yeah,
because
fine.
you said
Just go win it. Doesn't mean
this,
I
but
don't
you
want to.
said
Okay.
this is
Yes,
shit.
because
This does not matter.
I understand. I understand. I've said that
Uh
this is the most plastic of plastic cups you could. This is my Flanagan's cup. Okay,
huh.
but you might as well just go win the thing. What do you have to lose it now? You're already here.
Are you saying this because you think it might be the only trophy we have an opportunity to win this
Nope,
season?
because I said we were you. I'm on record saying we're gonna win MLS Cup, so we're gonna win MLS Cup. They make it two trophies. I'm not backing away from it.
Listen,
I'm doubling. I'll double down
listen,
on that.
I'm being a good host and making sure that you have enough rope to hang yourself with.
Nope,
But you're no, but you're doing an excellent job not making any knots.
I'm not.
Great job so far.
Get ready. We already locked up the CCC spot, whatever. I don't ever think we're gonna win that. Um, I mean, Messi looked. He cared yesterday. That guy
Answer
was.
this question.
Does this cup matter to me as a as a cup in the trophy cabinet? Sure, so we can have talking points over other clubs, and you can say you won it.
But does
But
it matter?
to me,
Uh-huh.
it has no significance to
Yeah,
him, to Messi.
to you. And
I
then
want to win it.
Messi.
We got this far. I want to win it. That doesn't take away from that me thinking it's a plastic cup. I mean, Liverpool. If Liverpool make the freaking Carabao Cup final, I don't care about the Carabao Cup. I still want them to win it, even though it means nothing to me.
Listen,
You see?
you listen. I'll take you number one overall because everything you've done here has shown you have elite backpedal, sir. Elite backpedal.
What do you how? I'm doubling down on the MLS on us winning MLS.
Okay, no, and yes, I remember
Like
the show
I
on
don't like
8-8
you. If
in the
you're
56th
basically asking,
minute.
you're basically asking me, do I want Inter Miami to lose the League Cup final? No.
No, you listen. Here's what Sean.
If we win the League Cup, am I gonna parade around and go to La Cajeta? No, I'm not. I'm gonna be like, hey, we won the League Cup final.
Here's what Sean and I wanted. The League's Cup does not matter, but I still would like for them to win it.
Yes.
That's
That's my whole thing. We can get as many CCC spots. Something that we're cursed in that tournament.
no.
Sorry,
He
we're
says
cursed.
the cup. Forget the spot. He wants a win.
Oh, the whole. I mean, we gotta make the final, and not lose to Vancouver, or whoever else we play.
Facts. I agree.
We gotta get past.
Tune in. It's Sunday night, right?
That. It's at the same time the Hurricanes play, 7:30.
Okay, I will not be watching that game. I will watch it later.
I'll watch both at the same time, so I got it. Don't worry.
Absolutely not. It is a
I have
Hurricanes.
2 TVs. It's okay. I have.
I don't want. I have 2 TVs too. I'm not putting 2 TVs. Hurricanes game, CC League's Cup final after.
Okay, fine. What do you have today, bro?
Earlier this week, we got the official September window U.S. men's national team rosters. Now,
Can you just ask me about European soccer and leagues like that? I don't.
No. One question: what drugs is Pochettino on? Number one.
Hold on. I gotta pull up the list again, brother.
And number two, because there's a second portion to this derailment. And I'll find it now. I don't know if I saved it. I was a dum-dum if I did not save it. I didn't. But
I'm happy. We have two set. Wait. What is going on here? Is this okay? I'm looking at it correctly. This is for the South Korea
Yes.
and okay. What do you want to know? What do you want to know?
What do you think of the overall
Wait, I like this.
roster? Because this isn't this
I like
doesn't
this. I like this. I like this.
yes,
I'm telling you, I like this.
I understand, but this roster doesn't this roster doesn't say getting ready for a World Cup. This roster says getting ready
We're scouting. We're
beginning the World
scouting
Cup
talent.
qualifier.
No, we're scouting to see who's going to try to be in the camp for the actual team.
Oh,
Yeah. All right. Can we get to the to this conversation? I like. What do you
yes,
want to know
go
about
ahead.
US?
Go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, I agree. Busi, absolutely changed the midfield game. Changed the way that role is played or that role is viewed. Sure, Dani Alves has the most trophies and this and that. Um, and maybe redefine what a right back, how an attacking right back plays. But Busquets is arguably is the best player at his position at doing what he does of all time. He can single handedly control a game from his feet. The amount of times teams have tried to press a Barca team and they just play to Busquets and he body feints or he turns and he pulls the ball back or he finds someone over. Busquets was the orchestrator of that Barca dynasty, if you want to call it.
Here we go. Huh? How about that?
The drop from Danny next Barca right back is huge. You can put Cesc Fabregas in the mid and pull Busi. Nothing. I disagree. I think Busi was at just a different level than Cesc Fabregas. At at their times in Barcelona and what they played over their entire career. Not that Fabregas was a bad player or anything. I just don't think Barcelona would have the same success in putting or in benching or not having Busquets the way he was. No, I'm not saying you don't or anything. I'm just simply my thoughts. I just think Busquets was at another level. And Fabregas played higher up the pitch than Busquets. Right now, it's it's what it is. What would you say? Are you
Me?
yeah, yeah.
I'm. I'll
You're
be
gonna leave
honest
this to
with you.
me? You're gonna leave this to me?
I'm not. I'm not educated enough on the subject uh, to have an opinion. Um, I wish I did. Um, I'm not a casual fan, but I'm nowhere near the level you and I mean, as Sean has demonstrated and Jordan, you guys are a lot more knowledgeable than I am. I'm now just now starting to uh, see soccer as the global entity it is, whereas before the only thing I cared about was uh, World Cup qualifying and the World Cup. You know, club soccer didn't really interest me aside from Messi and whatever teams all the Argentina players were playing on, which led me to be a Barca fan because you know from times of Verón and
Say Messi. Just say Messi. Just say Messi. It's okay.
no.
Mascherano. Mascherano.
Yes, and before him, oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Think, buddy. I'm gonna let you think this one out.
bro, it was the times of
I'm gonna
Solini.
I'm gonna
Uh,
let you think this one out.
hold on. It
Diego
was a
Maradona,
defensive. No, it was a
Maradona.
defensive midfielder before Mascherano.
Keep going.
Jesus.
I'll let you think. I want you to get this thing because I know you know it.
I know the name. My God, he was the best player in the world. Um, at times.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Jesus.
You
And it's
have
funny because
Riquelme.
who? Riquelme. There you go. That's the name.
Agüero also played. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, but Agüero. I mean, Agüero played up front. For me, it was more Zanetti. Um,
Oh, you're
you
just
know,
talking about Argentina in general now, huh? Milito.
yeah. Like I mean, Tevez was good, but that was my team.
No,
So my interest was where they played. So it was never. I like
the
this
club. It
club.
was probably yeah. I got you. I got you.
Yeah. Not now.
No,
Not
no, no.
not like that. He
I
was
mean,
considered one of the best defensive midfielders at one point. Or it could just be my Argentina bias, and that's absolutely okay. Like I said, it's just now that I'm starting to understand the global entity of soccer as a whole. What's that face for? You okay, bro? You're having a
uh,
stroke?
I mean, yeah, I'm okay.
Just
Just that.
to
No,
me,
just
Riquelme
that
was
Riquelme played as a Riquelme played a little higher up the pitch.
again showing more ignorance to
I'm just trying to help you,
listen.
but
Listen, like I said,
the,
it's
the one thing I can't fault you is internet is the U.S. men's soccer. You have that on lock.
yeah, it's
You more than me, because
yeah, because that's here though. You get
yeah,
me?
I don't
That's
tune in. Yeah, I don't tune into the camp and all. I tune into the games.
no. I do. And listen, those old Argentina teams, they were also near and dear to the heart. It was not because I was Argentinian or anything, but because I had to be on top of my game to defend my team against the onslaught that I was receiving from family, who my
Aren't
family was
you
split between
Brazilian fans? Aren't you with
and
Brazilian?
Mexico.
There
And
you
I
go.
still have half of my family still roots for Mexico, and I don't understand. We're not Mexican, so
Oh
but
well,
it is
if
what it
we're on
is.
the topic of international soccer, the UCL draw came out. A lot of interesting fixtures.
The
Um,
which one?
a lot of interesting fixtures in the UCL draw.
Let's
So should be a good tournament again. Always love it. Liverpool I always pick to win. So
you Liverpool to win? Why would I ever think that?
no, I mean we get Madrid at home again. We get Atletico Madrid at home. We get Inter at home, and then we play a bunch of PSV home. Get Marseille away, Karabag away. Um,
Hmm.
so God, didn't you talk about this the other day?
Yes, I think so. Okay, on this topic here, there was a
But
Twitter account that
Colorado is just
made
such an ugly
interesting
place
points
to play.
where the MLS trying to capitalize on the 2026 World Cup is a detriment to the U.S. men's national team. Instead of these guys playing at Frankfurt, in the case of Paxton, um, they're here in the MLS, what is unfortunately a inferior league, and they've ruined. It's almost like they've stagnated the development of the player, and when they get into the World Cup, they just fall flat on their face. Um, I If he wanted to make a World Cup roster, Colorado is not where he needs to be. It's not.
Do you even think he had a chance at Frankfurt to make this World Cup roster?
I think if he played and excelled at Frankfurt, 100%. Why wouldn't he? It's not about, yes, the altitude is going to make his stamina great. The problem is he okay, yes. But what happened when he went overseas? Mihailovic was developed here. And clearly that game here did not
But
translate to Europe.
in my opinion, these guys have outside chances of making the roster. These aren't. I mean,
Okay,
do
you're
you
right.
think do
If
we
he
think that these are
surprises,
for sure shoot? What percentage are you giving these guys to make the roster?
let's say it's 5%. But you want to know something? 5% can go up playing at Frankfurt. Playing at Colorado, that percentage is not going up. It's not. I think you're hurting the development of these guys. Have them go, you know, sharpen their teeth in European leagues that actually compete. The best competition here is, God. How old is Son?
Hyunmin Son in his 30s.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have guys of that level coming over. Uh, I would say his best days are behind him. You know,
Son is Son is 33.
the only guy who was able to come here and then go back and do anything of relevance was Ibrahimovic.
One of my favorite players of all time.
Okay, he's
Because
the
you know
only
why?
one
You know why?
because his
He's
competitiveness is a
no. He's a god amongst men.
whatever. It's the competitiveness. It's
It's like
the
he said.
ruthlessness that he had.
Do you remember the interview before El Tráfico, where he said they asked him, "Oh, Carlos Vela's a great player and he's in his prime. What do you think of him?" And he goes, "Carlos Vela's in his prime and he's where?
Mm-hmm.
And I was in my prime. Where was I?"
Mm-hmm.
True.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was in what? He was
Everywhere,
in Italy,
everywhere.
right?
He was at Barca. He went to
Yeah, but
Italy.
he played. He most of his time he played in Italy, right?
Yeah, he played in Barca in Italy. Played. Then he obviously came here. Went to Man United, PSG. He was an absolute monster at PSG, with Cavani and stuff like that. So
He was a monster everywhere he went.
yeah, he was.
Yeah, that's just my take. I think he did a disservice to himself, um, by coming over here.
You know, only time will
Regards to
tell.
money.
Only time will tell. If he starts to ball out, then that 5% keeps going up and up. But we'll see what if he gets into the next camp's roster, which would be for the I guess in January maybe. If we
I don't. Listen. Somebody made, staying on this. Somebody made um, a comment
Mhm.
where he called. It was a former U.S. men's national team player, um, and he called Landon Donovan a hypocrite. Um,
Was this not in that interview that these two guys did or whatever it was? Was it not Weah?
no, it wasn't. It was Jesus. I don't know why I want to say it was Eric Winaldo, but I don't think it was. It might have been.
I mean, honestly, the whole fiasco of the U.S. men's national team and um, the mentality of this generation is just getting so old already.
So basically, what he said was this: he said, in layman's terms, that Landon Donovan needs to shut the hell up.
Mhm.
That Pulisic has done more in his soccer career than Donovan ever did. Um, and he called out Donovan for saying he couldn't go to Europe because he had a dog. Um, and that when it's Donovan who makes these quotes, he comes off as jealous because Pulisic is being compared to him. And this person said, there is no comparison to you. He is head and shoulders above you in everything he's ever done. Um, Despite me not being on the side of Pulisic and Weah in terms of their inability to uh, process criticism, I agree with that person. Of anybody criticizing these guys, Donovan needs to be the last on that list. Uh, Howard um, can do it. Deuce can do it, but given history, not Landon. I have a question for you and for Sean. One last one.
Bless your heart.
Who is the best soccer player to ever put on a U.S. national team shirt?
Soccer player, like just pure technical ability.
No,
Every
no writers, no qualifiers. Just best soccer player.
Pulisic.
Okay. I saw something and it made me think. Hope Solo. Bless you. You did not mute yourself.
I mute myself?
No, you didn't. We heard it
God,
all.
for real?
Yeah.
You can still hear me?
So, yeah, we heard the sneeze. It's okay. Hope
Okay.
Solo came to mind, and I was like, you know what? Not a lot of people would agree with that, but it's not a bad nomination. And I would say Tim Howard would be my number one, followed by Dempsey and then Pulisic. Um, I just think that the other two are more
Are you
accomplished.
saying? Are you? Yeah, but are we? You? I asked you. Is it pure technical ability, or is it just accomplishments, or what is it?
Just
Because if
overall,
it's accomplishments, it's flipped. If it's pure technical ability, it's Christian Pulisic.
correct. No, but again, where does Hope Solo fall on that list? Where does any woman player fall on that list?
What?
Are they on a list?
Of what? And how good they are
Yeah.
compared to the men?
Hmm.
Do you want me to be frank? Do you want me to be honest? How do you want me? Do you want me to
Yeah. No.
sugarcoat
One
this? Do
hundred
you want me to
percent.
be like
Because
the
I'll say this: the women are beyond head and shoulders more accomplished than the men. The women have how many stars over the crest?
if the men played in the Women's World Cup, they win every game 7-0.
No, 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 no.
No,
Yes,
so
yes, yes.
what are we comparing? So what are we saying?
No, 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 no. Listen. I'm just playing devil's
It
advocate
is
here.
harder for the men to advance and to win a World Cup than it is for the women.
Agreed. But you're at some point you got to say, okay, yes, I agree with Jordan that there are two lists, one for men and one for women. But if that's the case, who do you think is the best women's player of all time in the US?
Or like Mia Hamm or Carly Lloyd.
Okay. How high on an overall list do they get?
On the men
On an overall list. How high
overall list,
Yes. How high does Mia Hamm or Carly Lloyd get on that list? Are they top 50 before you put them on there? Are they top? But that's
In a top 50 list in terms of how good they are compared to the men.
yeah.
Let me ask this a different way. Are you asking me like what 1v1 Mia Hamm or Clint Dempsey? You're just
No,
asking in
no,
everything.
because clearly, okay, so clearly men are genetically more dominant than women are when both are at their peak physically. That's just science. I'm saying in terms of a just pure soccer talent. How about that one? Pure
Pure
soccer,
soccer talent, the men
yes,
are more talented than the women.
at all, in all aspects. Okay.
Yeah, who is the most talented woman is Mia Hamm, probably. The most talented. If they were to play 11v11, the best 11 for the U.S. men and the best 11 for the U.S. women's,
Mm-hmm.
it's not even close.
No, of course not. Physically,
I mean, technically
tactically,
too. Technically
I
and
don't know, man.
tactically. What I'm hiring BJ Callahan and they're gonna out tactical or
No, no, no,
tech,
no.
tech
Let me rephrase. Not tactic, right? Technically.
technically. I
Yeah,
mean, Christian Pulisic has more technical ability than the entire team.
100%. But my question stands: how far up that list does the best technical woman? Like, are we talking about there is not a single woman that is as good technically as men? Like, then the top
I
200
said
players in the
Mia Hamm is probably the great that is for the women. How
okay.
close is she to? How close is she to Jermaine Jones or God's sakes Weston McKinney?
Okay,
They're
I'm gonna
more
throw out a
technical
name.
than
I'm
her
gonna throw out
probably.
the Colombian duo national. He played for the Miami. I forget his name.
Juan
Uh
Agudelo.
huh.
Uh-huh.
Is Agudelo better technically than all the women?
And when he was younger and playing, yeah, most likely yes.
Okay.
We got him when he was barely even able to run 20 yards.
Okay. No, I wanted to see where your head was at.
Like
I
Higuain, the Hamburglar, when he got here, more technically gifted than any of the women
okay,
that play
but
for the U.S.
yeah, but regardless of
I
how
mean, well, now
about
you're
the
gonna have
how he
like Sean
was.
said, Trinity Rodman's probably gonna make a name for herself as the most technically gifted when it's all said and done because she can ball, but she doesn't get close to the men.
In technical ability.
The men can do whatever she can do and more.
Okay. Okay.
Like if you were to put her on the right wing and put Timothy Weah on the right wing for then swap roles, you would notice significantly. Like it would be like me playing out there for Inter Miami.
Right. Well, no. I mean, clearly the men are going to have more speed. They're going to have more. But if we're talking about just technical ability, like for example, one of the things that most of the men are criticized on is first touch. Do you think that any of the women's soccer players have a better first touch than any other men? No. Okay.
Because you're if you put a if you put like I said if you put um Pulisic in a women's game, his touch will be 10 out of 10 times on his foot because the pressure he's not even going to be they're not going to be able to press him as hard. It's just a totally different thing.
Okay. So just wanted to see where everyone's head was at with this. Uh, I felt that there could be more of a conversation. Apparently, that is not the case. So, before we get out of here, anything else you have on your mind?
Man United suck.
Hmm?
Man United are the worst Premier League team I've seen this year.
Didn't they just get
Uh,
beat by?
yeah, by Grimsby Town, a League Two team.
Uh-huh.
Liverpool play Arsenal at home this weekend. I expect a win. Football's back. So yeah.
All right, before we get out of here, prediction Sunday, 7:30, not the Inter Miami game.
Oh, baby. 35-15 UM.
Okay. All right. Well, I have a UM win in that range. A little bit closer I have it. I have it about a 7 to 10 point spread. I don't have it quite 2 touchdowns. But for everyone here at Kendall Sports Network, don't forget we have on Tuesdays the Dolphin Chronicles. As you know, False Nine, and coming in September we have Heat Check. We are in the works to bring back Hurricane Warning, so keep an eye out for that. For Mark and everyone here at Kendall Sports, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a great one, guys.